blows, and the umpire holds the ball up, and we are away. Wilson back on the ground. He gets a first tap and then gets a second tap just to make sure it gets all the way forward. I think goes to Collins. Kicks up forward looking for Perchek. He can't get it. Off hands comes Pittman. Bursting through though is Sluggett. He kicks off the top. And that is a goal. Bang. 20 seconds in. Sluggett goals for Anakie. They will go to 9 goals. 10-64 to bid to the Anakie Roos as the ball goes up. And Wilson over the top, gets kicked to advantage again. The Bannockburn boys are going to have to start roving to him. Ball comes back to him once again. He likes doing his own bit of his own roving as well. Scramble on play in the middle. Loose kick comes out from Hammond. Comes to advantage. Peters overruns the ball. Goes high. That was Kettle who couldn't get access. Sluggett gets the ball. He handballs out to Kettle. Shrugs one. Gets dragged down as he kicks the ball going forward looking for Pittman. Pittman can't get the ball to himself though. Taylor for Bannockburn gets the ball. He comes out wide right in front of the broadcast position. Running to the basis of the ball is Taylor. He shakes one. Kettle again goes in hard, bounces off one, gives to Berg for Anakie. He kicks back into the centre. Lazarick has the ball. He goes round one. He handballs off but not to advantage. Kettle again intercepts for Anakie. Gets over the top of the ball looking to try and feed the ball out. Gets to Taylor of Bannockburn. He comes off hands. Umpires called one. Said that.
Free kick to Anakie.
Free kick to Anakie that Hammond didn't have the ball. Kicks to Sluggett, but it was a wayward kick. Two Bannockburn blokes fight over the ball. Ends up coming out to Fatula. Fatula, he goes forward to Broom, but Broom can't take the mark. Comes off hands, back to Broom. He feeds out, but intercepted there by Carter, I think it might have been. He goes forward, set to the 50-metre line, finds Pittman. Pittman has the ball now. He's going to bomb it long for Anakie. Right into the teeth of goal. Lazarick on it. He shepherds. Oh! Great little bit of work.
Body work.
Great little bit of work by Stephen Ricketts, who has shepherded beautifully for Nick Costello. Costello is about 5 metres out. 45-degree angle. It's as good as directly in front as you'd want it to be. He kicks. He goals. And Anakie are away and running here. And he has got the ball. He's got the ball at centre half forward, so I don't know what happened. But he's going to kick the ball in. He's looking for Eddie. Oh, Eddie drops one. He should have taken. Gets taken up high. Doesn't get the free kick. Does get the free kick. Nearly lost the free kick.
Be careful, son.
Nearly lost the free kick with a bit of don't argue work. But Aaron Eddie has the ball. Oh, gee, he shouldn't have dropped that mark, though.
No, he shouldn't, and luck's a fortune, I guess, but he's going to have a chance to redeem himself now and kick a goal.
He's about 40 out, probably 50 where he's going to kick from.
Boy, do they need this one.
Oh, yeah. So in comes Aaron Eddie. 45 out in front. That flat punt kick that he kicks, it's not going to make the distance, but it's going to be a great mark. Is that Tyquin, I think, like might have the ball?
That's Tyquin, all right.
Indeed it is. It's a great mark. Probably an easy mark, as it turns out. Anakie got away from the Anakie defenders. Tyquin directly in front will score a much-needed goal for Bannockburn. Indeed he does. Through it goes onto the netball courts. They will go to 5-8-38. Because Wilson's going to get this tap out as sure as eggs are eggs. And indeed he does. Over the top it goes. Comes off hands. It was Watts who couldn't pick the ball up. But then it comes out to Taylor. Taylor kicks wide. That was Taylor Kane. He gets around the ball. Gets picked up by Davis, but he gets thrown off the pill. Reek gets the ball. Comes into Peters. Peters comes into Fatula. Fatula, who hasn't really been in the game much, goes forward. Good roving from Broom. Broom kicks off the pack in front. That could be a goal. No, last line of defence, Corey Collins. He will mark the ball. Umpire says no. I think it was.
It's going to be. It could be a.
If he says it's that, it's a goal.
He's going to make him go back. That's a point.
That's a point. All right. So he must have gone over the point, but I reckon he went over the goal line myself.
I'll tell you what, it was either a mark or a goal, I would have thought.
And he can take that as a win, I reckon. Corey Collins chips in and finds Ladgrove. And halfway through the half-back position, he comes forward looking for Pittman, who's been dangerous today. He can't get to the ball. Sluggett leading in the race. He shrugs off one, gets retarded. He did get retarded, yep. He got retarded, pulled back. Ball will go to Sluggett. Says just give him the ball back, calling for 50 as the crowd around us.
They wanted 50, but unfortunately the ball actually bounced off the legs of young Jake Chamberlain, and I would have said no 50 there.
Yeah, no, good call by the umpire. Don't get sucked in by the crowd. Sluggett chips into true centre half forward. That's a shocker, Jeremy, I hate to tell you, and that will be picked up by Christian Shaw. Speaking of people who have been very, very quiet in this game, Shaw is one of them, though.
Surprisingly, yeah. Shaw.
He comes to the back. He tries to get around one. He tries to get around Ricky Lazarick, but he's too smart for that, Ricky. Handball comes free, comes to Hayes for Anakie. He picks up the ball, says no. Hayes said you disposed of that incorrectly. You threw it away. And that free kick, I think, will go to Fatula. He will go to the outer side of the ground, looking for, who's that? Alan Elford, I think, out there on the outer side of the ground on the wing. He kicks long now up to the half-forward line. Great fly over the top goes Allen. He busts through the pack and takes a great mark. He's on the true half-forward position. He needs to get amongst it. He kicks Wong looking for Eddie. Eddie comes over the top. If the contest is spoiled off. Does his own roving, comes to Broom. Broom tries to shug a tackle. He's taken high, but yeah, you'd got to have had a chance to dispose of it before he did. So the ball comes away to Anakie, and I think that is Adrian Carter on the outer side of the ground in the half-back flank position that has the ball.
Carter now on the half-back flank. Puts it high, wide and handsome up along the wing area. Cohen can take the mark at the moment as aerial ping-pong. Through comes, who was that? That was, couldn't quite pick him up, but it's a bad kick by that fella.
Parsons.
It might have been Alford, was it? Or Parsons? But now Parsons has it, but it was Alford, I think. It was a shocking kick to a bloke standing on his own. Nice little chip kick, but the ball's been dropped by Perrick. Should have marked that ball as the Bannockburn puts it back towards the half-forward flank. Up they go. The big man fly goes over Eddie's head. Picked up. Oh, it's shot out here. There's a man on his own and Hammond, but Broom gets the ball now. Can't pick it up. Eddie butters up beautifully. Goes over to Shaw. Needs to do something with his Shaw, but his kick smothered beautifully. Balls hits the deck, and as they come out, Anakie, their defence has been great all day. Bit of a shepherd going on a long way off to play. Be careful, young Chamberlain, because out they come now. It goes to Watts now. Watts gets back onto the left foot just before he almost gets run down. Puts it up towards the centre. Oh, Big Allen dropped what he should have taken. Peters gets the ball over. No one can pick it up. Oh, beautiful pick up this time by Hammond, the ruckman. Ball's on the deck. They're fighting for it hard, both sides. Hammond picks it up again, gets onto the left and puts it through. And what a beautiful bit of play by the big fella. Back into the ruck, I think, is he?
Yeah, I think he might be, mate.
No.
Wilson
goes now.
Am I doing it? I'm doing it.
Oh,
Wilson gets the tap, comes out to Watts. He kicks wide, going forward, looking for Peters. He overruns the ball. Davis gets the ball for Bannockburn. He chips back in and goes long now forward to Hammond. Looking for Hammond. Hammond will take the mark. No, Tyquin will take the mark. Hammond kicked it. Goes to Tyquin. Tyquin will take the mark at the 40-metre mark out directly in front for Matty Tyquin. He comes in now. That's a better looking kick. That's a Tyquin quality kick, and that is a goal to Matt Tyquin.
And momentum, I think, is up it goes now. Big Wilson again. Again, he gets the tap out. Almost goes down to the centre half forward. As in they go now, can't pick it up. I haven't got a 23, have I? As it comes out. I don't know who gave me this team sheet. Does Anakie try to wrestle the ball free?
Someone has just changed jumpers. I just saw it.
Out there is Fatrula. He puts it up towards the half-forward flank. Anybody's ball now. As the ball hits the deck, it goes to Salvino. Salvino gets the ball out, and it goes over to Carter. Carter goes along the wing position down the outer side of the ground. Almost a good mark taken out there. Not paid by the umpire. No free kick. He's going to have to ball it up, I would say. Cole, I think, out there is going to ball it up. Up it goes now. No one wins the tap out this time. No one can get it. There's a whistle on play, and it's going to go to Anakie by the looks of it. I think it could be Sluggett out there. Or Wilson. Wilson it is. Puts it up towards the half-forward flank. They're looking for a nice big mark there. And then exactly what they get. And it looks like Pittman out there. Pittman, he's going to go back and have a shot, Pittman. Well within his range, I would think. And this could be the steadier that they need after a couple of quick ones from the Bannockburn Tigers.
Wilson's gone down right onto the goal line. So if it falls short, he's your man.
Well, they've got a bit of tall timber down there because Big Sluggett's down there as well. But Pittman's hoping he can steer it right through the middle without having to use either of them. So in he comes. That left boot, it's been prevalent today. It's gonna need one of the big blokes.
Oh, Wilson.
And you've called it brilliantly down there, Andrew Down. All the way to Ballarat almost. For another goal to Anakie, and that's the steady one.
Up in the middle of the ground. I reckon it might be Watts, but I'm not quite sure. Ball goes up. Hammond will win that tap out now that Wilson's not there. Comes to ground. Comes out to Hammond again. He drives his own work. Umpire picks a free off the ball and says that will go to...
It was lucky because there was one to Bannockburn the other way a second
Anakie.
later.
He drives forward the lead from Pittman. He leads too far, goes underneath the ball. Comes off hand. Saliba falls on top of the ball. Wrestled to the ground. Can't come out. It's not going to come out. Umpire says, I shall have that. And let's go around again. A lot of players congregating around the ball in the forward half of the ground as Lazarick comes from the ground for Kavanagh. But the ball is in Anakie's hands. They're going to come out wide to the broadcast position, kick to space. Bannock's, I should say, coming to space. I was watching an Anakie player come from the ground as I said that. Right in front of the broadcast position. That is Rick spitting out a play, comes back in, but intercepted by Ricketts.
He's gone. Hold the ball.
Gone. He said, you didn't dispose of it properly, son. I'll have that, says Jamie Van Ingen. And Van Ingen will kick Bannockburn into attack. Peters tries to come over the top, but he can't take it. Ball goes to hand. Peters. Bannockburn, Allen orders 2 coffees from the crowd as he runs back into play. Comes off hands. Comes to Kavanagh, who's just come onto the ground. He kicks over the top to Anakie's advantage.
Oh, great play.
Sluggett roves to his own advantage, going to the forward line. Handball's back in, but it's a poor handball. It's a poor handball. Comes to Rick, who intercepts for Bannockburn. He comes back up to the wing on the near side of the ground. Peters flies early and goes over the top. Comes to hands. Priddle spins around. Kavanagh, I should say, spins round. He gets round one young Kavanagh. He kicks back into the middle, and that comes off Salvino's hands. He goes forward over the top. Something's happened behind play.
Oh, there's a free kick. You can't do that, Alan. He's just nothing dirty. But
no, just slung him off the ball. Slung him off the ball when the ball wasn't there. I think the ball is in Pittman's hands here. It's an R4G. Watch the stoush, Grubby. I'll watch the footy.
Yeah, well, look, there was a couple of blokes just pushing and shoving. Allen came in needlessly and just threw him to the ground for that. Now Eddie's in there. Get out of it, boys. Concentrate on the football, because if you
Pittman
don't,
kicks
you're
long.
going to get beat.
Oh, just offside. Great kick by Pitt. And I think a Bannockburn player, frustration showing.
What?
Frustrations are showing. Bannockburn player has done something off the ball. He said, what'd you do that for? Given the ball to Costello, a goal to Costello, so Anakie have a 7-point turnaround. They have now gone to...
Back into the ruck where they're getting all their drive.
Ball goes up. And Ricketts flies and gets the tap out. That comes out to Carter. Carter goes long now out to the outer side of the ground, half forward flank. Big men fly. Comes down, and that will be Van Ingen picking the ball up. He turns now for Bannockburn and will send the ball back towards the half-back flank. And a good mark out there to Watts. I think that might be with the 23 on, the new jumper. He goes for Peters on the wing side of the ground, this closer side. Peters leads in the race ball. He's got 2 Anakie boys to beat. Kicks it off the ground to his own advantage. Oh, heavily met. Heavily met he is. And I think that will be a free kick to Peters.
No, it's going to go the other way.
Oh, gee, that's a bit rough, I reckon. I reckon that one's a bit rough.
They ran into each other. I'd have been calling play on myself.
Collins has the ball for Anakie. He will go into the centre and he will find Salvino in the centre of the ground. Not quite sure about that one. It comes out wide looking for Ladgrove, who's screaming for it on the wing. Ball comes to him now. He kicks long. He's looking for Pittman. Pittman can't get there. So the ball comes off hand. Sluggett goes over the top. Picked up by Costello. Kicks off the boot off one step. Comes over the back. Oh, well spoiled by Ross Dillon. He works the ball hard into the half-back flank. The half-back pocket, I should say. Bowman for Anakie. Wrestling the ball. Tons of players coming into the contest. Umpire says play on, but I think you're going to have to take it.
Because the boundary umpire stayed way out, so he's going to ball it up. I didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whistle either. Through the headies. Ball flies. That was Pittman, got the tap down. Comes out now to Haggerboles.
Haggerboles. Not 15.
Didn't get a kick, so yes, Grubby said not 15. Shrugged off, a bit of a don't argue given by Watts. He gets the ball away. Comes to Dillon again. Dillon getting a handball. Very scrambly football on the outer side of the ground here. Saliba has the ball. He picks it up for Anakie. Will drive it straight back where it come to the hot spot. Pittman flying back. Off hands over the top, and that will be happening off the Anakie bench as Berg and Lazarick are about to come back on the ground. Wilson goes forward. He gets the tap to advantage, kicks to the hot spot again. Pittman leading for the race for the ball. He gets the ball, tries to shrug 2 tackles, 2 strong tackles from the Bannockburn side, and another one comes over the top from O'Neill. Ball will go out of bounds. Good defence from the Bannockburn side as they struggle to keep Anakie at bay. They don't want them to get another score as the boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Haggerboles gets the tap down. It comes off hands. Goes to Ho. Ho can't get the ball out. It comes back to Ricky Lazarick, who ran off the bench and kicked the ball straight in to the defensive, to the attacking side for Anakie. Comes off hands. Dillon chips the ball out. Goes to O'Neill, who goes wider to the half-back flank. And that comes out to Watts, who's in that number 23. We get in trouble every time we call him because he's not on our list. He chips the ball now, Watts, and that will go to Haggerboles. Haggerboles handballs off. Kick comes out wide, finds Fatula. Fatula on the half-back flank coming up through the wing now. Takes a run, kicks long, looking for Eddie. Eddie is, they got one man dropping back into the gap in front of Eddie. Have Anakie, and that will probably be
Sean Davis,
but I think it'll probably be, I was going to say...
Just dropping back, getting in Eddie's ways. Up they go. Wilson shepherding it off out of the ruck contest. That's one way to beat him, I guess. And umpire's going to pay a free kick to Anakie. They missed the first one, I think, but Anakie will get a free kick. Not quite sure. Might not have had the ball in possession. And who's that young bloke out there? Andrew?
That would be young Kavanagh.
Kavanagh was. He's the new bloke on the ground as he puts it up towards the half-forward flank. Comes in now. Big Ricketts gets the ball, puts it up towards centre half forward. Looking for Pittman. Oh, beautiful spoil. He's going to pay it.
He's paid in the back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, I thought he did a pretty good job, the backline player, then with that, and then he'll come in now, Pittman, and he'll really try and put Bannockburn to the sword here if he puts this. As he left puts it, umpire runs across, but it's hit the big sticks. Hit the post down there, and that's an opportunity really gone down there for Anakie. He could have put him into about a 6-goal lead as the ball now brought back into play from Bannockburn. They're going to go to a little chip shot to Watts. Watts kicks it out over there. It's a chest mark spilled by the Bannockburn boy. Carter picks it up. He picks it up from the boundary line. He picks it up from the boundary line, but the umpire doesn't. I thought it was a goal.
12-12-84. Anakie 7-9-51 to Grandy Cycling Sport. 24 minutes gone in this third quarter. As the ball comes out to Fatula, I think that might be at the half-back position. Oh, it's a shocking kick. He goes to Lazarick. Lazarick could have probably played on, but pulled himself up. He said, I might have a shot at that. No, I won't. I'll chip that across. And I tell you what, Luke Priddle, you have a crack because you're about the same position as I am, but it might be a better kick. Umpire says, no, you won't.
Umpire was lining him up, so obviously when you're lining him up...
Yeah, blown time off.
Blown time off, yep.
Back with Rick Lazarick now. He's 40 metres out. Pretty much directly in front. Will be a good kick for Ricky. He gets onto it a bit of an up and under. Will it make the distance? The fly, I think it's got over the back.
I think it's been touched by... Oh, it's a goal.
That's a goal, yeah. I think it got over the back.
This will be a goal.
All clear. So all clear, says the umpire. Ball back in the centre. Umpire goes up. Lauren Cole, she throws the ball up well. Lazarick gets a second tap off the ground. It comes out to Costello. He hands off to Berg. Berg goes forward, looking for Ricketts. Ricketts over the top. Got it.
Too good.
Easy peasy, Jap on easy.
Oh, I don't believe you just said that. You idiot.
Easy as easy it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Andrew Downing, not Grubbycations, who just said that. Unbelievable.
Ricketts comes in, 30 metres out. Umpire does not move, and that is another one. Within 20 seconds, Anakie first of the contest. It's as simple as that. As the ball goes up, once again in the middle of the ground, Wilson will win. Probably his 50 millionth tap out for the day. Goes off hands though to Bannockburn. Allen has the ball at centre half forward. He's wrapped up. Umpire didn't have the ball. Yes.
Free kick.
Slung him again. He likes a bit of a sling tackle, this bloke.
Well, it's frustration, and it's given away free kicks they can't afford to give away.
That's correct. Ball comes forward. I think that was Kavanagh got the ball. He goes forward. He was looking for Pittman, but it comes off hands to Sluggett. Pittman, though, does his own roving. He comes back to Wilson. Wilson boots the ball forward. It goes long. It goes back. Oh, great hands from Dylan who got to it. Comes off hands. Ricketts has got the ball.
Well,
you can't. Ricketts tried to get that through and make a score out of it, but he held it too long. Umpire said Aaron Broom have a free kick. He does indeed. He goes out wide, and that is Dylan, I think, out there in the far back pocket, getting a little bit dark here at Bannockburn late in the third quarter. He's looking for an option. Chips along the boundary line, and he will find Fatula, I think that might be out there.
He just went 15.
Yeah, it was just 15. He wouldn't want to buy land off that man. He's going to go long, though. It was actually Hammond. Hammond goes long, but that was a strong mark to Pittman out there,
yeah.
About 60 metres out. He'll launch the ball back in. Ricketts leading for the race. Oh, goes underneath it too far. Rove by Costello. Can he kick his fourth? No, he can't. It will go Ricketts v Dylan, I think. It's a bit of a mismatch. Ricketts gets the hand down, but a bunch of players just jump on the ball. There's a big pack of players formed here about 15 metres out from goal. Umpire said we'll try that again, shall we, folks?
Well, when the ball gets on the deck and then packs, if it does come out, more often than not, it's Anakie that gets it out. So the play's actually suiting them at the minute.
It is indeed. They've slowed it down and running it to their advantage. Ball comes out. Off hands comes to Van Ingen. Van Ingen kicks it forward. That is Kettle once again putting his body over the ball. Ball comes out to... who was that? Lazarick. I think it might have been Ricky Lazarick, who hands off. He goes long, a bomb again, looking back for Ricketts. Off hands, goes over the line. That will be a minor score, 14-14, 97 to Anakie, as the ball comes back in quickly to Matthew Ho in the deep back pocket for Bannockburn. Hasn't got too many options. He is looking for Haggerboles. Haggerboles goes forward, but a good spoil. Goes by Pittman, goes over the line. Haggerboles grabs his calf. I think he might have got a little stop in the back of the calf, which never tickles. So right in front of the Bannockburn box here. Forward, half forward flank. Anakie scoring end. Wilson goes underneath it. No one gets that ball. Comes over the top. Probably a free kick to Hayes.
I tell you what,
Wasn't there though.
She doesn't miss much, this Lauren Cole, does she?
She's good. She's been very good today. Coming out wide now, looking for Reek. Reek has the ball right in front of the broadcast position. He's going to go in centre. He's looking for Watts. Watts has the ball. He goes back. He goes chipping in further. Who's that we've got out there? That looks like Reek again, is it?
Siren.
Siren sounds. 30 minutes, 13 seconds gone. Anakie, 14-14, 98 to Bannockburn, 7-9-51. Goal score into the last quarter. So he's been doing well in that third quarter because Brad Watt's got a lot of the ball, and that's who I was calling. So Christian Shaw's been doing very well.
Well, he was quiet in the first half, but he did play a better quarter that quarter, yeah.
Here we go. Siren sounds. Umpire throws the ball up. Hammond. Wilson, though, still gets the tap out straight down at his feet, though. Broom's the first to get to the ball. He's been industrious all day. Coming out here now, Carter. Bobby's boy leads in the race for the ball. He runs over it, gets loose, gets around, picks it up. He's done well, Carter. He kicks forward to our Anakie's advantage. Looking for Lazarick. Allen's big body takes out one of his own, though. Handball comes from Pittman to Sluggett. Sluggett comes back to Costello. He kicks into, looking for Ricketts. Fly high, two Bannockburn players, spoil low. Pittman comes over the top to Lazarick, he gets caught again, comes off hands. Perchek will rove beautifully, and Perchek will kick a goal, and Anakie, I tell you what, they're on.
Seconds and about 25 metres, and for a big bloke, that's a great effort.
So Allen's been moved into the ruck against Wilson. He puts his body in, but Wilson still probably gets the tap. Broom again roves to him, so Broomy's worked out that Wilson's the man to rove to. He's over the top of the ball, fights hard, probably a free to him, doesn't get it though. Scrambly football as the ball comes out, trying to wrestle free. Umpire says, I'll have that. Broomy probably deserved one there as he put his body in hard. So, ball up, half forward flank at the Anakie end of the ground. Allen wins that tap down. It comes off hands. That goes to Shaw. Called him the right number this time. Coming back looking for Tuller. It goes over the top. Eddie leads in the race for the ball. Comes off hands. I think that might have been Watts that had the ball then, but Anakie in defence come forward now. They're coming out of the back line, across the half-back flank. Two bounces and a long kick forward looking for Wilson. Wilson flies, can't take it, but Sluggett roves off him. Sluggett's kick terrible. Picks the umpire out more than anyone else to Priddle. Priddle can't get the hands. Bannockburn will mop up. Come over the top again. Umpire Cole nearly gets cleaned up again. Costello picks up the ball for Anakie, goes forward into the forward pocket. Comes off hands. It's in a dangerous position. Bannockburn defend grimly, comes out to Ho, I think it is. But it's come off hands again, and I think Bird...
Over here.
I think...
Careful, we've got to stop calling him Bobby Carter's boy.
Oh, no, I'm into it now. I'm into it now. He's Bobby's boy.
He's played a better game than I've ever seen Bobby play, I can tell you. And he hasn't lifted an elbow.
So the ball's come back into the centre. Ball's gone up. Ricketts has gone into the middle, and a free kick has come to Anakie. And that will come out by courtesy of Kane Hayes for Anakie, who comes out wide and finds Luke Priddle on the outer wing. Priddle now looking for Ricketts. He comes back in, goes round now, takes the mark, goes round one, looking for Pittman, who juggles it, can't take it. Thought there was a mark on hand to Anakie, to Bannockburn, but it was not. Comes out wide looking for Illingworth. Illingworth in front of the social rooms, didn't have the ball. Umpire says no, he didn't have the ball. Have a free kick, Hayden. So Illingworth looking for a lead. Can't seem to get one. Fatala leading for him. Can't take the mark for Tuller, but roves his own work. Handballs to space to Broom. Broom is hot, needs to get rid of it, but goes round one, does brilliantly well, Aaron Broom. Handles off to, who's that, Rick? Chris Rick goes forward, and that is a goal. Good goal to Bannockburn. Him on the radio, he's come down the front. Ball goes up. Ricketts flies for the ball, but Allen gets the tap down, does his own roving, comes off hands, comes to Fatala, I think it was. No, so the kick was Watts that came to Fatala. Fatala has the ball now, very similar in stature, those two boys. He will kick from 50 metres directly in front for Bannockburn. So they put a bit of a burst on here in the last few minutes, but they need to sustain it for the entire quarter.
They are capable of kicking quick ones.
As Fatala comes in. Good, strong kick going across the face. Eddie leading it, but well sport by the Anakie boys. That will go out of bounds in front of the Railway Hotel sign down in the pocket for the Bannockburn team.
Costello's having a spell, and that's a well-earned one too. I think he's been terrific.
He's played well, hasn't he? Ball comes back into play, comes off hands. Eddie, I think it was, no, Chris Reek again trying to get the ball pushed forward. Blanket of players fall over the ball and will rush it over for a minor score to the Bannockburn side. They go to 8-10-58. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard 16-14-110. As the ball comes out to Kane Hayes, quickly he goes up the outer wing. He's looking for Ricketts. Ricketts takes the mark on centre wing. He turns around now, looking for an option. Chip kick again, playing a little bit of that bell post hill type football. Comes forward is Collins. Collins goes round one, goes round two, and steps over the boundary line. And that ball will be thrown in.
Out of bounce on the outer side of the ground here at Victoria Park. Anakie look like they've got it in tow. As in comes the ball now. Up the big blokes go. Big Lazarick knocks the ball down. Comes out to Anakie, puts it up towards Pittman again. Pittman, by geez, he's been dangerous. Probably too far out to score. Goes for a little chip kick with Anakie boy on his own. Can't quite pick him up on the outer side, but he's roosted in towards the centre half, full forward position. And Chamberlain takes a magnificent mark out there. And he's been pretty solid in defence too, Chamberlain. On the right boot, puts it out towards the wing position. Little bit of a push out by Allen, not seen. Ricketts picks it up now, gets onto the right boot, puts it in towards centre half forward.
Wait, did he sneak back on the ground?
About Wilson, gives a handball up and it's dropped by the Anakie boy there, dropped like a hot spud, and the ball hits the deck and it comes out now. Priddle gets it out, goes back onto the right boot, wheels around, puts it over towards, but Broom beautifully chips in now. Broom gets the ball moving quickly. He's seen Peters in the middle of the ground. He gives it over to Tyquin. Tyquin a quick handball. Oh, they're away now. Peters again. Puts it out towards the half-forward flank there, and it's Illingworth, I think it is. Half-forward flank. Oh, they're mucking around with it. Brings it back to Tyquin. Back inboard. They're still in the centre of the ground here at Victoria Park. Tyquin now, he's going to put the boot into it. He kicks it high, up towards the forward line. More in hope. Eddie can't quite take the mark. It's cleared again by the Anakie defence now. In comes Carter, with looks of it. He can't pick it up, and it comes back out now. Comes back out to Davis. Davis gets it across here to Carter again. Carter butters up beautifully. Puts the ball onto the right, but it's close to the line. Too close to the line, in fact. And it goes out of bounds on the full. And the free kick's taken by Dillon. Dillon chips inboard to Broom. Broom hasn't got anywhere to go now, so he has to hold up play. Get a kick, son, because they're coming after you. In it comes. Play on's the call. Broom puts it in towards the centre half forward position. And almost a great mark there at centre half forward. Not paid. Play on's the call. Comes out towards Carter again. He's knocked up getting the footy in this quarter. Carter touches the ball to the ground. Now has a bounce. And another one. Oh, he's put it down, but there's no pressure. Picks it up. Don't have another one, son. Kick it, and he does. Puts it into full forward. No one can take the mark. Spoiled over to Allen. Allen can't pick the ball up. Gets too high. And a free kick against Allen.
Mr. Berg is one who likes a goal. Daniel Berg. That's a big kick. It's going to go to the forward of the square. Big men fly. Chamberlain will knock that through for a minor score for the Anakie Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
If I was Ronnie Pilgrim, I'd take him off the ground. I think the discipline's been terrible from Big Allen.
Allen, ball goes to Allen, but Carter intercepts him. Allen really didn't get it. And that's another frustrated thing from Allen then as he pushed Carter in the back, but he got the ball away. Comes to Ricketts, who runs off. He kicks long. That's going. That's a minor score. 16-16-1-1-2 as Bannockburn bring the ball back in, looking for Hammond. Oh, over the top came I think Ladgrove.
You can't do that, son.
Over the top came Ladgrove, right into Hammond's back, so Hammond in the centre of the ground. will get a kick now. He goes forward for Bannockburn. He's looking for Eddie. Eddie's the third man behind, though. He can't get to the front of the ball, and his pace will let him down as it comes to ground. And Corey Collins will ensure.
Just Aaron Eddie, don't worry about that.
Ball goes under. Aaron Eddie, as he said that, I thought we were about to be bringing the ball in quickly all day. Saliba's free at the back, but they chip in short, looking for Kettle. Kettle finds the ball now.
Is that Ma or Pa?
That's Ma and Pa Kettle. Ball goes out long now. Looking for Pittman. Pittman can't get the ball, but it goes to ground. Comes off hands to, who is that? That is Hayes out there. Too high to Hayes, I reckon. Again, he's put his body in. Is it? No, it's gone
the other way.
Oh, gone the other way. There you go. You learn something every day, don't you? Goes to Wilson. Luke Wilson chips the ball in. Comes out to Bannockburn. They chip in there looking for Tyquin. Tyquin has the ball 55, 60 metres out. He's going to have to chip in there. Hammond screaming for the ball, but he's going to run to the boundary instead. You'd think he'd stay in the play, wouldn't you? Ball comes forward. Wilson over the back, too big for them all. He does his own roving again. By geez, good this kid. He kicks long, looking for Berg. Berg takes the ball here on the centre wing, right in front of the broadcast position, looking for options. Big lead coming from Corey Collins, I think that was. Comes off hands though. Kicks back. Wilson leads in the race for the ball. 3-2 for Anakie. Oh, great dashing play there by Ladgrove. He chips in. He finds Saliba. Saliba now looking for Ricketts. Can't get to it. Slides on the knees. Costello kicks off the ground. He can't get it out. He does his own roving chip at Ricketts. Gets it out. Umpire says free kick.
Well, I haven't made many blues at all today, but I'm buggered if I can see what that was for.
I'm getting tired. Maybe they are too. Luke Wilson will take the ball for Bannockburn. Not quite sure. He's going to go to the outer side of the ground. Collins, though, he out sprints and outpaces Alford. Collins drives the ball back into Anakie's attacking zone. Then does his own roving off the ball. Collins.
Great pass.
Great pass. That was a pretty ordinary kick by Collins, but luck's a fortune. And a free kick will be awarded to Pittman. So Jamie Pittman will line up for what is only his second goal, but if they had that goal assist stat, he's been involved in a ton of them.
Oh, look, he's been absolutely fantastic.
And 50 if you don't mind, and there goes discipline number 50 today for the Bannockburn side. So Pittman now will get that second goal because they are standing on the goal line, and if he misses this, we won't be back next week. Bang goes Pittman, a goal, and he's going to put that all the way into the golden plane. Between goals now for a bit of boundary umpire work. I think the discipline is gone for all money. I think Corey Collins has the ball, does he? Or is it young Bowman's got the ball, actually? Scott Bowman. He will kick the goal. That's gone back into the golden plane, Shire officer. So it's another goal. He's missed it. Oh, God, I'm giving up, Clubby. I'm going home. He can take over for a while.
Half-forward position, centre-half-forward for Anakie, that is. No one can pick the ball up. Saliba goes in hard, but it comes down to Priddle, who gets a nice handball to Kettle, but it just eludes him. Through come the Bannockburn defence. Over they come now. It's on the wing position. Ladgrove's going to get a free kick for a high tackle. He plays on straight away and puts it out further along the wing. It looks like it's going over to Costello. Costello now. He puts the ball up into the forward pocket. He's got a nice lead. Oh, magnificent interception over there by Van Ingen. And the ball's going to roll almost out of bounds. No, it's trying to be picked up there. And the player in quick up a great performance, Anakie, today. And out it comes now. Oh, it must have been a free kick as it goes to Hammond. Hammond now gets onto the left boot. He sees Tyquin, who's been pretty good for most of the day. Tyquin goes back. Hasn't got a lot to kick to. He's got a little chip under Chamberlain, which he uses, and Chamberlain goes back and steadies up. Might be a Werribee boy, Chamberlain, I think, as he comes in now. He's on the right, puts it over towards Christian Shaw, who's lifted his work rate since half-time. Shaw now, he goes onto the left as usual, puts it up towards Eddie. Eddie's in the van here, flies, can't quite take the mark, and actually knocks it over. I think he's Tommy Chamberlain's kid.
There you go. Ball comes in, off hands. And that will be Ladgrove who roves the ball. It comes forward into the forward pocket area. He can't get it away. Pack forms on the ball. Bannockburn players are all over it. Can't pick it up. Ball comes out to, I think it was Chris Reek. He comes away now to Tyquin. Tyquin snaps. Tyquin snaps. And Tyquin goals. Great snap off
there. They're either bad kicker or he's a liar.
We could take option C, all of the above. As the ball comes out, now comes back into Anakie, into the Bannockburn forward line. Off hands and will run out in front of the scoreboard and be out of bed.
Come off.
Exactly. Allen v Wilson. Wilson gets the tap, comes off hands. Picked up there by Illingworth, who kicks back into advantage for Bannockburn. Eddie leads for the race. Oh, great bit of backman work there by, I think that was Dylan, was it?
Parsons, I think.
Was it Parsons? Was it? It was a great piece of football regardless. Yeah, ball comes off hands to McMurray. McMurray kicks the ball for Anakie. He goes back to the wing. Kettle picks the ball up off 2 steps. Kicks looking to the leading Ricketts. Comes over the back though is Bowman. I think
he wants to make amends for that last unbelievable kick, and I think he might too.
So Bowman comes in. He's about 30 metres out directly in front. Kicks through the ball well. Umpire goes across. He does not make amends for it. And Anakie will go to 17-18, 120 to 9-11, 65 Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard as the ball comes back into play quickly from Bannockburn looking for Tyquin, who's covering a lot of ground. He gets the ball, kicks up towards centre wing. He finds Watts, I think that might be. He chips in looking for Broom. Very short kick. Broom right on the wing position. Centre of the ground. He kicks long looking for Eddie. Eddie comes over the top, but that was once again Parsons, who's really outscoped Eddie today across the ground. Ball comes out to Mitchell White, I think it is. He gets the ball. He kicks long back up towards the wing, over Tyquin's head. Race for the ball, Priddle and Tyquin. Priddle gets round him. He picks the ball up. Kicks a little one to his own advantage. Doesn't come off. Broom picks up for Bannockburn. He handballs. Comes in. Looks like that could be Fatula, is it? No, Sean Davis it might be. Alford, it is Alford, you're right. Thank you, Fuji. Fuji, I told you you'd come in and do a bit of work. Broom picks up the ball. Broom now handballs over the top. Oh, intercepted beautifully by Costello. He takes the ball, 2 bounces through the middle. Goes long, looking for Berg. Berg can't get it. Bowman gets it off the hands. He can't get rid of it either.
Holding the ball.
Yep. Yeah, fair call too.
He had a long time to get rid of it.
Red Rover for that one. Comes out wide now.
Looks like Butch Shaw, I think.
Shaw has the ball. He kicks long right in front of the commentary position for us here in front of us, and Hagabowles leads in the race for the ball. He'll be happy to see it out. No, he keeps it, paddles it into their advantage. Rick over the top of the ball. He's been putting his body in hard in the last few minutes.
Could be holding the ball. He's dragged it in.
Tuned together too.
Fantastic.
So umpire Cole throws the ball up. Wilson doesn't get the tap. Allen gets one of the rare taps that Wilson doesn't take away. Collins looking for a way out. Gets the ball round and then back to him. And says...
Oh, he's had a shot for goal.
He's had a shot for goal down the Bannockburn end. Said, we'll through the Bannockburn points from about 10 metres out and said we might reset.
He's just said, bugger this.
I've had enough. Kettle, strong lead. Comes up through to the half-back position. Kettle has the ball for Anakie now. Is he going to switch play? Can't find somewhere to go. Holds the ball. Umpire says, move it on if you would, please, son. So Kettle now takes a bit of a run. Goes out to the far wing. Looking for Perchek, but Perchek is outpaced by Van Ingen. It's far too big for young Perchek. So Van Ingen now drives the ball back into the half-forward flank looking for Fatala. He will take the mark deep in the pocket for Bannockburn. He centres the ball now looking for Eddie. Eddie again, Parsons again spoils Eddie, but Eddie does his own roving, goes round 1 and 2, chips over the top looking for Broom.
Free kick, interference.
Yep, Ricky Lazarick didn't play the man, didn't play the ball, but the man tried to keep Broom out of the way. It was there, it was technically there, and Broom will have the ball. He's about 20 metres out from goal directly in front and should kick Bannockburn's 10th.
She misses nothing, young Lauren Cole. She's been terrific.
Oh, that's a shocking kick by Broomy, and that's touched. So Aaron Broom has missed that at 21 and a half minutes gone. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
I think Ricky Lazarick told him what a horrible kick it was too, as the ball falls into the hands now of Rick, I think it was, and he's missed it. And another towards the half-back flank. Pittman's deep in defence now. He might be having a run on the ball. Now, magnificent effort by the Anakie Roos. Up it goes. Big Wilson's in the ruck. It actually won by Allen that time, probably for the first time today. Kicks back in towards the centre half-forward position. Eddie comes over the top, but a great mark from Corey Collins. He's been spectacular all day. It's it out to the other bloke that's been almost as good in Pittman, and Pittman takes a saving mark on the half-back flank. He looks inboard. There's nothing much on offer. They're pretty tired, these boys. They can't run to spaces. It goes over towards Kettle, but it goes over his head. Picked up by, I think it's Davis there, not quite sure. Pick him up in a minute. Goes over towards the forward pocket, deep in the attack now. Lazarick's trying to pick it up. He gets a little foot to it, but it goes out to Bannockburn. It's picked up by Chamberlain. Chamberlain over towards Tyquin. Tyquin takes a mark deep in defence. Not much people, no one running for him as he lines it up now, puts it down, big long kick, but he's kicked it in the direction of the biggest and best man on the ground, Wilson. He can't take the mark. Ball bounces into the arms of Broom, who gets a little kick in under pressure. Here they come now, Bannockburn. That looks like Fatula onto the left. He gets back onto his right. Almost caught, but great play for Fatula. He's kicked it from about 55. It's going to bounce, but it bounces into the goalpost for a point. And again, they're off. Collins is off already. He's not waiting for anybody. He puts it over towards the half-back flank. Anakie are in the van here. They're streaming down the ground. Big left foot, right foot. It's a bad kick, and it's marked by Bannockburn on the outer wing.
So, rapid play. Bannockburn now back into attack, coming past half forward, looking for Eddie. And once again, Parsons outpoints Eddie. Eddie can't take a mark with Parsons on his back. Ball comes out now, comes off hands. Eddie gets the ball as it spills to him. He gets a little chip kick in, but Wilson's in front. It's a good mark. It's a good mark to Allen, one of the few he's taken today. He's probably been very disappointing for Ronnie Pilgrim. And
I think once Ronnie gets to him, he'll be right. He'll be right for the run. Next week he'll be back.
25 metres out from goal, directly in front. He has sprayed that, and they cannot get a goal to save themselves. That same wind that's blowing up at wherever he must be blowing here. 9-16-70, 17-18, 120, Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard as the ball comes back into play, chipped in, looking for Hayes for Anakie. Hayes kicks over to the centre half back position. Collins has the ball. Handballed on now comes to Davis. Davis handball then on to back to Hayes. Hayes kicks long looking for Pittman, who's gone back up to home in terms of the forward line. He gets the ball. Handballs out looking for Saliba, who knocks the ball to his advantage. Gets caught up in play though. Comes off hands as Costello. Costello chips out, finds Lazarick, who's under pressure. He chips gets a quick kick away. I need those teeth again, Grubby. Ball comes out hand. Perchek will see the ball. President having a day out today. Ball comes off hand. Free is found. Throw it in again. You can't get the ball that easily, Mr. Tyquin. Throw coming in. And we're off. We said we'll have 3 goes. Everyone's getting tired, including the boundary umpire.
Well, they're only kids, and I suppose running up and down for 4 quarters, that's taken a lot out of him. He's a little bit buggered, the kid, but he'll get it right in a minute.
That's the one. That's the one. Ball comes in. Pittman gets the ball, but it comes off hands to Bannockburn. A quick kick has got away. Off hands comes to Taylor. Taylor gets a quick out to Illingworth. Illingworth goes long looking for Peters, but it's 2-on-1. Ricketts pick up the ball now. He goes, centres the ball back in, looking for Costello, I think it was. Oh, over the top comes Chamberlain, but couldn't take the mark. Comes off hand. Taylor again.
There was a fend-off. At
the end of his day. He's had a great day, though, Wilson. Saliba chips to Costello. Costello looking for a lead. Ball comes in, and Pittman. I'm going to open a medical tape shop out of day. It's going to be a long kick for Pittman. He's a good best part of 50 metres out. Pretty much directly in front, but a good kick required. He does that now, and that is a great kick. It's just not going to get there. Falls just short. Hits the post, and that will be a minor score. 17-20, 122 to 9-16-70. Bannockburn, 28 minutes gone. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Tyquin on the half-back flank now, gets onto the right boot, puts it up towards the wing position, goes over the heads of all the players there over the back of the pack now. Bannockburn come through, puts the ball up towards Allen. Allen, he pushes the ball away and gets a drop kick off the ground. That would have been 9 points. Out it comes now. Corey Collins leading in the race for the ball. Does something nice with it as usual, then gets it back. No, he doesn't. It's one of his teammates has jumped in and taken the spoils, and it could be Parsons, the full-back. Parsons now gets around his opponent, drops the footy, picks it up, gets it back now to Collins. Collins to Costello. Costello sees a lead, but it's chipped off beautifully by Illingworth, I think, down there in the back pocket. Puts it over towards Broom. Broom now goes out to the wing. He's got a player out there. The sun's shining beautifully out. It's not dark here anymore, and I still can't pick him up. It might be Fatula. Puts it up towards the half-forward line. Back to Broom. He's running his heart out, young Broom, as he puts the ball up towards the forward line, but there's just nobody home, and the Anakie defence have got it easy down there. This could be Collins again. He's had a million kicks. He goes over to Kettle. Old Pa Kettle now. He gets onto the left boot, puts it in towards the centre half-forward position. No one takes the mark, almost though. Over to Hammond. Hammond gets it over to Illingworth. Illingworth takes a bounce, and there goes the siren to end proceedings here at Victoria Park today, Andrew Downey.
Anakie, a great win, 17-19, 121 to Bannockburn, 9-16-70, running out great winners here, the Anakie Football Club.